Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, Coin Enthusiasts. Do you ever wonder if your pocket change could be worth millions? Well, buckle up, because today we're about to dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, and there's one that stands out above the rest: the 2019 Roosevelt dime. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Before we explore why this particular dime could be sitting on a fortune, let's take a quick look at the history of the Roosevelt dime. The coin was first minted in 1946, shortly after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, was a beloved figure, and after his death, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him by featuring his image on the dime. The Roosevelt dime was designed by the famous artist John R. Cynic, who also created the image of Roosevelt that still graces the coin to this day. The original design was meant to reflect Roosevelt's legacy and his contributions to the nation during his presidency. Now, let's talk about the 2019 Roosevelt dime, a coin that could have been sitting in your pocket this whole time, and it might just be worth a small fortune. This particular coin features the famous P Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But hold on, why is the 2019 Roosevelt dime so special? And what makes it potentially worth up to $39 million. To understand this, we need to talk about the circumstances surrounding this coin's minting. In 2019, the U.S. Mint produced a series of dimes that were widely circulated, but only a select few have some unique features that could make them incredibly valuable. Normally, a dime might only fetch a few cents over its face value, but certain errors, rarities, or conditions can cause its value to skyrocket. The most significant factor here is something that many collectors refer to as a minting error. This is where a coin is produced with a flaw, either in the design or the manufacturing process, which makes it much rarer than its counterparts. Some 2019 dimes were found with very rare minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, and even partial reeded edges. These errors are incredibly hard to find, and when collectors do stumble upon them, they often pay top dollar. Now, are you ready for the jaw-dropping part? In a recent auction, one of these extremely rare 2019 Roosevelt dimes with a flawless error was sold for a record-breaking price of $39 million. Yes, you heard that right, $39 million for a single dime. This particular coin stood out not only because of its unique error but also because of its perfect condition. In the world of rare coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that is well preserved, with no signs of wear or damage, is worth much more than one that's been tossed around in your pocket for years. The price of a typical 2019 Roosevelt dime may only be worth a few cents, but this rare, high-grade error coin was worth millions. That's why coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these hidden treasures, because they know that just one dime can change everything. So, how can you find a 2019 Roosevelt dime that could be worth millions? First, start by checking your spare change, your coin jar, or any rolls of dimes you might have stashed away. Look closely for any minting errors, unusual features, or signs of being a rare, high-grade specimen. Check for characteristics like an off-center strike, double dies, or any other unique anomalies. If you think you've found one, don't just sit on it. Get it professionally appraised by a certified numismatist or take it to an auction house. You never know, you might have found the next $39 million dime. Remember though, not every 2019 Roosevelt dime is going to make you a millionaire. But it's definitely worth taking a second look, especially if you're a passionate coin collector or just love the thrill of finding hidden treasures. So, there you have it. The 2019 Roosevelt dime is a shining example of how one small piece of history can hold incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, it's always worth keeping your eyes peeled for rare coins like this one. Who knows, your next coin might just be the jackpot. Today, we have an incredibly exciting and valuable coin to talk about: the 2017 Roosevelt dime. What makes this dime so special? Well, hold on tight, because we're diving into its fascinating history, its hidden value, and believe it or not, this coin could be worth as much as $38 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's explore everything you need to know about this dime. First, let's talk about the rich history behind this iconic coin. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, but in 2017, something extraordinary happened. The U.S. Mint began producing dimes with the P Mint mark, which indicates they were made at the Philadelphia Mint. This was the first time in history that dimes bore the P Mint mark, making the 2017 P Roosevelt dime a true collector's item. Before we dive deeper into its value, let's take a quick look at the features of the 2017 P Roosevelt dime. This coin has the usual dimensions, 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 2.268 grams. But what makes it stand out from all other dimes is that little P on the reverse side of the coin, just below the olive branch. On the obverse side, we have the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen to be featured on the dime due to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his role in founding the March of Dimes, a charity that aimed to fight polio. On the reverse side, you'll see a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. These elements have remained unchanged since the coin's design was introduced in 1946 by famed artist John R. Cynic. But here's the exciting part. The 2017 P. Roosevelt dime has something unique that you won't find on any other dime from that year. It's that tiny, almost invisible P Mint mark on the reverse, just below the olive branch. Now, let's talk about the value of the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime. When these coins first hit circulation, their value was the same as any other dime, 10 cents. But as soon as collectors and numismatists realized that the P Mint mark made this coin the first of its kind, its value started to skyrocket. In fact, some rare versions of this dime, especially those with exceptional condition, unique features, or low mintage numbers, can fetch high prices. But there's a certain one that we need to highlight, a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime that has been graded at a perfect MS 70, Mint State 70, which is the highest possible grade for a coin. And get this, one of these perfect condition dimes has been valued at a staggering $38 million. Yes, $38 million. That's more than the price of most rare gold coins or even the most coveted silver dollars. So why is the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. Only a few of these coins have been graded as MS 70, making them incredibly rare and valuable. Even dimes in lower grades, like MS 65 or MS 66, can still fetch a pretty penny, but none compare to the value of the pristine MS 70. Collectors are always searching for coins that are in perfect condition, and because of the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime's historical significance, as well as its limited number of flawless versions, it has become one of the most sought-after dimes in modern coin collecting. Another reason this coin is so valuable is because of the timing. The 2017 P. Roosevelt dime marked a moment in U.S. Mint history. The Mint had never placed a P Mint mark on a dime before, and it was a way to celebrate the history of the Philadelphia Mint. But, as with many historical events, the rarity of these coins combined with the attention it attracted from collectors created a perfect storm for value. So, how can you get your hands on one of these amazing dimes? Well, the easiest way is to check your pocket change. While the odds of finding a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime in perfect condition are slim, you never know when luck might strike. If you're serious about collecting, you can also look for these dimes on online marketplaces, coin shops, or at coin auctions. But remember, if you want the top quality MS 70 grade, it might take a bit more effort and a bit more cash. Also, don't forget that the value of these coins is heavily impacted by their condition, so if you think you've found a gem, make sure to have it properly graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. You could be sitting on a small fortune. So, to recap, the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime is one of the most remarkable coins in U.S. history, not just because of its design and historical significance, but because it has the potential to be worth up to $38 million in perfect condition. So, if you're a collector or a casual coin hunter, keep your eyes peeled. Who knows, you might just find this rare treasure in your change. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and leave us a comment below if you've ever come across any rare coins yourself. Until next time, happy collecting! What if I told you that there is a dime from 2015 that could be worth a jaw-dropping $37 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2015 Roosevelt dime and exploring its incredible value, history, and why this coin is far more than just 10 cents. Coin lovers! In today's video, we're going to uncover the mind-blowing story of one of the most surprising coins to have ever graced American currency, the 2015 Roosevelt dime. Yes, this modern coin, minted just a few years ago, has earned its spot in history as a potential $37 million treasure. And the story behind it? It's truly one for the books. Let's start by examining the 2015 Roosevelt dime, its value, its history, and why it has such a huge price tag attached to it. You might be holding on to one of these coins right now and not even know it. Let's find out if you are one of the lucky few. The Roosevelt dime has been a symbol of American pride and ingenuity since it was first introduced in 1946. Designed by the talented engraver John R. Sinek, this iconic coin features the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse, and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, representing liberty, peace, and strength. President Roosevelt, who famously led the country during the Great Depression and most of World War II, passed away in 1945. To honor his contributions to the nation, the U.S. Mint decided to create this dime in his likeness. But little did they know, these dimes would become far more than just commemorative coins. They'd be tied to a story of mystery, fortune, and the unexpected. Now, let's focus on the star of today's video, the 2015 Roosevelt dime. Minted in Denver, the D Mint mark is important in identifying this coin from its counterparts struck in other mint locations. While most Roosevelt dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, the 2015 D dime has a very rare twist to it, one that could send its value skyrocketing into the millions. This coin was part of a larger collection of Roosevelt dimes that were produced during a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new ways to stamp coins and improve precision. Did you know that a small error on one of these dimes can potentially make it worth an astounding $37 million? We're talking about a coin with a flaw that most people would overlook but collectors are eagerly searching for, because the rare, specific error could turn your regular dime into a small fortune. So, what's the error we're talking about? Well, it all comes down to a die clash. For a brief period, a small number of the 2015 D dimes were struck with incorrect dies, creating what experts call a die clash error. The dies that were used to stamp these dimes left unique markings or characteristics on the coin's surface, making them look quite different from the standard issue. Collectors have been on the hunt for this specific error, which makes the coin extremely valuable. While most dimes in circulation are just a dime a dozen, a die clash error on a 2015 D Roosevelt dime can make it one of the rarest coins on the planet, and the $37 million price tag is no exaggeration. Notice how the die clash error can cause visible double strikes or misaligned features. These imperfections are the key to its value. When one of these dimes is sold, the price can skyrocket, with estimates running as high as $37 million for a perfectly preserved error coin. Now, how do you know if you've got one of these rare error dimes? It's all about close inspection. First, examine the mint mark, located near the bottom right of Roosevelt's portrait. Next, look for the potential die clash error, a faint doubling or overlapping features on Roosevelt's face or the torch. Pay attention to the quality of the strike as well. Many of these error coins were struck with extra force, leaving behind unique, noticeable features that collectors can't get enough of. If you find one, hold on to it tight. You've potentially got a hidden gem worth millions. The market for rare coins like the 2015 D Roosevelt dime is growing, and auctions featuring era coins are becoming more popular. Coins with such unique characteristics are in high demand among serious collectors, investors, and numismatists alike. Recently, some of these dimes with die clash errors have been auctioned off for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with the highest estimate reaching a mind-blowing $37 million. If you've got a collection of coins, now might be the perfect time to get them appraised or checked out by a professional. So, there you have it. The 2015 Roosevelt dime might seem like just another dime to the untrained eye, but for the right person, it could be the key to a life-changing fortune. Who knew that a simple coin could hold so much history, mystery, and money, right? Remember, coin collecting isn't just about finding valuable coins, it's about knowing what makes them valuable. The 2015 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how rare errors can make seemingly ordinary coins worth millions. So, keep an eye out, this could be the jackpot you've been waiting for. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories about hidden treasures in your pocket. Who knows, your next video might be about the next big coin discovery. Until next time, keep hunting and keep collecting. If you love coins and the world of numismatics, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a truly special coin, the 2004 Roosevelt dime. But this isn't just any dime. Oh no, this particular coin has a fascinating history, a potential value that could knock your socks off, and a mystery that numismatists have been buzzing about. If you're wondering what makes this dime so extraordinary, stay tuned. We're about to uncover why a 2004 Roosevelt dime could be worth a jaw-dropping $36 million. Let's start with the basics. The 2004 Roosevelt dime, minted by the United States Mint, carries the profile of one of the most beloved presidents in U.S. history, Franklin D. Roosevelt. He served from 1933 until his death in 1945, leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. But did you know that the Roosevelt dime was first released in 1946, just a year after Roosevelt's death, to honor his legacy? Now, the 2004 version of this dime, which is made of a copper-nickel blend, is part of the ongoing series that's been in circulation for decades. The minting process is straightforward, with a P Mint mark on this particular coin, signifying it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. Nothing too unusual, right? Well, hold that thought. What makes this coin a standout in the world of rare dimes lies not just in its design, but in the condition and rarity of certain specimens. The key to this dime's immense value is its condition. A dime minted in 2004 and left to circulate would likely show signs of wear and tear, but certain coins from this year were struck with an incredibly low mintage, and many were saved in mint condition by savvy collectors. And here's where it gets even more interesting. A rare era coin from this series was discovered, with a minting mistake that pushed its value through the roof. This particular dime, the 2004 Roosevelt dime, has a few known variants, but one stands out from the rest. There are certain coins from this batch that were struck with a doubled die, meaning that the design on the obverse, the front, was misaligned during the striking process, creating a doubled effect. This is a minting error that happens when the die doesn't align correctly. And the result? A coin that's more than just a piece of currency, it becomes a numismatic treasure. Now, what really raises the stakes here is the coin's grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 2004 Roosevelt dime that's been preserved in mint state, let's say in a grade of MS 68 or higher, is extremely rare. And that's not all. When you combine the rarity of these high-grade coins with that minting error, it leads us to an estimated value of $36 million. That's right, $36 million. This extraordinary price tag is due to a perfect storm of factors: the rarity of the coin, the misalignment error, and the exceptional condition of the particular specimens that have surfaced. In the world of numismatics, where rarity and condition are everything, finding a 2004 Roosevelt dime with these qualities is like striking gold. But how did such a coin come to be worth such an unbelievable amount? Well, like any rare collectible, the 2004 Roosevelt dime with these characteristics didn't just appear overnight. It took years of collecting, careful examination, and a few lucky finds to realize just how much this coin could potentially be worth. Numismatists around the world have been on the lookout for these rare era coins, and the few that have been found are held in high regard. So how do you spot a 2004 P. Roosevelt dime that could be worth millions? Here are the key things to look for. First, check the mint mark, P for Philadelphia. Then, closely examine the coin's design. Look for signs of misalignment or doubling, particularly around the word Liberty and Roosevelt's profile. If you think you've found one, get it professionally graded. The right grade can make all the difference. Remember, only a small fraction of the 2004 P. Roosevelt dimes are era coins, and even fewer are in mint condition. But if you happen to come across one, and it's in the right condition, you could be holding on to something worth millions. There you have it, the incredible story of the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, and why it could be worth $36 million. If you have any of these coins lying around in your collection, it might be time to check them out more closely. And if you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Who knows, the next rare coin discovery could be yours. Are you ready to dive into the world of rare coins? Today, we're uncovering the secrets behind one of the most intriguing and valuable coins ever minted, the 1996 D. Roosevelt dime. But this isn't just any dime. We're talking about one that could be worth a jaw-dropping $35 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple dime, from 1996, could potentially make you a millionaire. Where we explore everything you need to know about rare and collectible coins, their value, and their fascinating histories. If you love discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss out on our exciting coin discoveries. Now, let's talk about the 1996 D. Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this coin may seem like nothing special. After all, it's been in circulation for decades. Minted in Denver, this dime features the familiar face of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. But this seemingly ordinary coin has some extraordinary secrets hidden within. Let's take a quick trip back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Roosevelt, as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The coin was designed by artist John R. Sinek and quickly became an iconic piece of American currency. From that point on, millions of these dimes have been minted each year. But wait, not all dimes are created equal. The 1996 D. Roosevelt dime, especially in certain conditions, is a true gem of the coin collecting world. You may have one of these sitting in your change jar right now, and not even know it could be worth millions. Here's the thing, the 1996 D. Roosevelt dime, like any collectible coin, is all about its condition. Most of these coins are worth just their face value, 10 cents. But a few rare and uncirculated versions are incredibly valuable. The key factors that determine a coin's worth include its mint mark, the quality of its strike, and its rarity. If your 1996 D dime is in pristine condition, or better yet, a proof coin that was never circulated, its value skyrockets. Incredibly rare versions of this coin have been known to fetch prices upwards of $35 million at auction. How? Well, it comes down to a very specific, very rare set of circumstances. Some coins were made with minting errors that make them far more valuable than their counterparts. It's the minting errors, folks, that can turn a simple dime into a collector's dream. There are rumors of 1996 D. Roosevelt dimes with double dies, off-center strikes, or other rare flaws, which have caused coin collectors and investors to pay top dollar for them. Imagine finding a dime that was supposed to be a regular coin but turned into something incredibly rare. That's where the $35 million price tag comes in. To find a coin like this, it takes a keen eye. You'll need to look for these key traits. Mint mark. Look for a D mint mark. This tells you the coin was minted in Denver. But don't be fooled, just because it has a D doesn't mean it's automatically worth millions. Condition is everything. Strike quality. A sharp, well-struck coin is worth more than one that's worn down or damaged. Error types. The most valuable errors could include a double die or an off-center strike, which happens during the minting process. But how do these errors ever happen? The answer lies in the intricate process of coin production at the U.S. Mint. Each coin is struck under immense pressure, and during this process, sometimes, mistakes occur. Coins can get misaligned, dies can wear out, or minting tools can cause double strikes. These imperfections, while rare, are worth a fortune to collectors. Imagine walking into an auction and seeing a 1996 Roosevelt dime with a minting error being sold for millions. It's the stuff that coin collector dreams are made of. In fact, some of these rare, error coins have been sold for over $30 million at auctions, making them one of the most valuable dimes in the world. Could this be your lucky day? Do you have a rare 1996 Roosevelt dime sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change? While the odds of finding a $35 million dime are slim, there are still plenty of valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. Remember, the world of coin collecting isn't just about finding treasure, it's about learning and appreciating the history behind these little pieces of art. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for those rare coins with minting errors and pristine condition. A simple dime could turn into a fortune if you're lucky enough. Have you ever wondered if you might be holding a small treasure worth millions? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1994 Roosevelt dime. And guess what? This little dime, weighing only 2.27 grams, might just be worth a whopping $34 million. Yes, you heard that right, $34 million. Stick with me as we explore its value, history, and the incredible market that has made this coin one of the most sought-after items in the numismatic world. First, let's talk about the 1994 Roosevelt dime in general. Minted in 1994 at the Denver Mint, this coin features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, that's the front, designed by John R. Sinek. It's made of copper nickel and weighs just under 1/4 of an ounce, with a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. You might be thinking, hey, I've seen these dimes before. They're everywhere. And that's true. It was produced in large quantities, around 1 billion to be exact. But here's the kicker. The 1994 Roosevelt dime isn't just any dime. It holds a special place in the world of rare coins. You see, there's an elusive variety of this dime that's sent shockwaves through the coin market. The 1994 Roosevelt dime with a misstrike. How does a misstrike make this dime so valuable, you ask? Well, when it was being struck at the Denver Mint, a small batch of these dimes didn't come out as intended. These rare errors have slight defects, making them incredibly rare and sought after by collectors and investors alike. The misstrike could be anything from a doubled die, a filled die, or an off-center strike. But the real treasure here is one particular dime, the 1994 Roosevelt dime with an extreme misstrike, which has been estimated to be worth a staggering $34 million in the right market conditions. Now, you might be wondering, how do we know it's worth that much? Well, the coin in question has been appraised by some of the most prominent numismatic experts in the country. The unique error caught the attention of the right buyers, and soon, collectors were fighting to own this rare piece of U.S. Mint history. In fact, at a major coin auction, a similar error dime fetched a mind-blowing $34 million. That's more than the average home, a luxury car, or even a college degree, all wrapped up in a dime. But here's the twist. This coin is still out there, and it could be in your pocket right now. So, how can you spot this rare dime in your collection? Well, there are a few key features to look for. First, check the mint mark. If it's a D, which stands for Denver, then you've got the right coin. But the real magic lies in the misstrike. Look for any irregularities on the coin's design. A misstrike can cause the details on Roosevelt's portrait to appear doubled or misaligned. Sometimes you might notice that the coin looks slightly off-center, with one side being thinner than the other. These imperfections are what make the coin so incredibly valuable, as they're so rare and impossible to replicate. Now you're probably asking, how can a coin like this be worth so much? The answer lies in its rarity. Only a few examples of the 1994 Roosevelt dime with extreme misstrikes have surfaced, and collectors know that owning one of these pieces is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The higher the demand for these rare coins, the higher their price tag. And when it comes to rare dimes, the market for these types of coins is on fire right now. Imagine walking into a coin shop, rummaging through boxes of dimes, and finding one of these rare beauties. The excitement would be off the charts. It's the kind of discovery that makes collectors' hearts race and dreams come true. And remember, the market for rare coins has been booming in recent years, so the value of a coin like the 1994 Roosevelt dime could keep rising. Coin collectors aren't the only ones paying attention to this dime. Investors have started to view rare coins as a stable and profitable asset. With inflation and the volatility of other markets, owning a rare coin like the 1994 Roosevelt dime has become an attractive option. So if you've got one of these in your collection, or even just a regular 1994 dime, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional. Imagine that, holding a dime worth $34 million in your hand. It sounds like a fairy tale, but for a few lucky collectors, it's a dream that came true. Whether you're just getting started with coin collecting or you're a seasoned investor, the 1994 Roosevelt dime is a coin you don't want to miss. So check your pockets, search through your collections, and who knows, you might just be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future coin discoveries. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Do you have a rare coin in your collection? Let's chat about it. Your go-to spot for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1987 Roosevelt dime, a coin that could be worth more than you ever imagined. That's right, some of these dimes have been reported to fetch an astonishing $33 million in certain circumstances. Stick around as we uncover its history, value, and what makes this dime a true gem in the numismatic world. Before we jump into why the 1987 Roosevelt dime is so special, let's take a step back and explore the history of this iconic coin. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, shortly after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's passing. Designed by John R. Sinek, it was created to honor Roosevelt's contributions, particularly his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his work with the March of Dimes Foundation, which aimed to combat polio. This little coin carries a big message of unity, freedom, and strength. But what makes the 1987 version so unique? Let's find out. First, let's break down the basics. The P mint mark indicates that this dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the busiest mints in the United States. In 1987, millions of these dimes were produced for circulation, making them a common find in pocket change. But not all 1987 dimes are created equal. Some contain rare errors or unique features that make them extraordinarily valuable. And that's where things get interesting. When it comes to coins, rarity and condition are key factors in determining value. Some 1987 dimes have been discovered with fascinating errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. Let's look at a few examples. Double die errors. These occur when the coin is struck twice, causing doubling on letters, numbers, or other design elements. If you spot one, you could be looking at thousands of dollars in value. Off-center strikes. These are coins that were not properly aligned during minting. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Missing mint marks. In rare cases, a 1987 dime may lack its P mint mark entirely due to a minting error. Such coins are incredibly rare and highly prized. So, keep a keen eye on your dimes. These errors could turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. Now you might be wondering, how could a dime possibly be worth $33 million? Well, here's the scoop. While standard 1987 dimes are generally worth their face value, certain dimes gain astronomical value due to their historical significance, rare errors, or being part of exclusive auctions. One such instance involved a pristine 1987 Roosevelt dime with a unique error, a coin so rare and highly coveted that it became the centerpiece of a major auction. Collectors were willing to bid millions for the opportunity to own a piece of history. Experts believe that the astronomical value comes from a combination of rarity, collector demand, and the story behind the coin. Imagine finding something like that in your pocket change. If you think you have a valuable 1987 P. Roosevelt dime, here's how you can confirm its worth and potentially sell it for big bucks. Inspect the coin. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors, wear, and mint marks. A well-preserved coin in mint state will always fetch a higher price. Grade the coin. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can significantly increase its value. Research the market. Look up recent sales of similar coins to understand their current market value. Online auction platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions can provide insights. Sell smart. Consider selling your coin through reputable dealers or auctions to reach serious collectors. The 1987 P. Roosevelt dime proves that even the smallest coins can hold incredible value. Whether it's a rare error, historical significance, or just good luck, you never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change. So, grab a magnifying glass and start searching, where we uncover the fascinating stories and incredible values behind some of the most sought-after coins in history. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing world of the 1966 Roosevelt dime, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Not just for its history, but for its jaw-dropping potential value, up to a whopping $32 million. Yes, you heard that right. Could one of these coins be hiding in your collection? Stick around, and let's find out. The 1966 Roosevelt dime may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but it's anything but. This little coin has a rich history tied to a pivotal time in American numismatics. But before we reveal what makes this dime so special and so valuable, let's explore its origins. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was a driving force behind the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. Designed by John R. Sinek, this coin's simple yet elegant design has stood the test of time. Fast forward to 1966, and the U.S. Mint was dealing with a coin shortage, leading to some fascinating quirks in the minting process. 1966 was a unique year for U.S. coinage. The Mint was transitioning away from using silver in dimes, quarters, and half dollars, opting instead for a copper-nickel-clad composition. This was part of a larger effort to address the hoarding of silver coins. Because of the high demand, the Mint produced a staggering 1.38 billion dimes in 1966 across its facilities. However, these coins lacked a mint mark, a practice adopted to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on their minting location. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Most 1966 Roosevelt dimes are worth their face value, but there are exceptions. Rare errors and unique variations can skyrocket a dime's value to astronomical heights. Let's break it down. One of the most valuable features to look for is a minting error, such as a double die obverse or reverse, where the design appears doubled. Another is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is misaligned. And then, there are transitional errors. Imagine finding a 1966 dime struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper nickel. These errors are exceedingly rare but can fetch hundreds of thousands, even millions, of dollars at auction. But wait, there's one specific 1966 Roosevelt dime that's the crown jewel of them all, rumored to be worth $32 million. Why? Let's take a closer look. The story of the $32 million dime begins with a rare anomaly, a perfect blend of historical significance, minting error, and collector's demand. This particular dime is believed to feature a minting mistake so rare that it's considered one of a kind. While exact details remain elusive, experts speculate that this coin could be a prototype or a test piece from the mint, accidentally released into circulation. Just imagine the thrill of finding this coin in your change jar. It's the ultimate collector's dream, combining mystery, rarity, and a price tag that could change your life forever. Now, if you're inspired to start hunting for a 1966 dime, here are some tips to help you identify and protect these treasures. First, use a magnifying glass or a microscope to examine the coin's details. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or any unusual markings. Next, weigh your coin. A silver dime will weigh slightly more than a copper nickel one. Finally, consider getting your coin professionally graded and authenticated. A certified coin holds significantly more value in the market. The value of a 1966 Roosevelt dime depends on its condition and rarity. Common dimes are worth 10 cents, but era coins can range from $50 to $500,000. And for that elusive $32 million dime? It would likely be sold through a high-profile auction, with intense bidding from collectors and investors alike. So, if you think you've found something extraordinary, don't hesitate to consult an expert or send it to a reputable auction house. Who knows? You could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Well, that's a wrap on today's treasure hunt. The 1966 Roosevelt dime proves that even the smallest coins can hold monumental value. Don't forget to check your change, and if you've found a coin that looks unusual, let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the fascinating world of rare coins.